We're going to explain how to import and call functions from another file in Python, specifically within the context of Jupyter Notebooks. This is a crucial skill for organizing your code into reusable modules and making your projects more manageable. There are two primary ways to achieve this, using the import statement and using the from import statement. 1. Creating your function file. First, let's create a file containing the functions we want to use. Let's call this file myfunctions.py. Inside myfunctions.py, we'll define a couple of simple functions. Python def add numbers x, y. Adds two numbers together. Return xx plus y def greet name. Greets the person passed in as a parameter. Return f hello y name. 2. Using the import statement. Now, open your Jupyter Notebook. To use the functions from myfunctions.py, we can use the import statement followed by the file name without the pys extension. Then to call a function, you use the module name, which is the file name without the extension, followed by a dot. Then the function name. For example, Python import myfunctions result equals myfunctions. Add numbers 5, 3, print result. Output greeting equals myfunctions. Greet Alice, print greeting. Output hello Alice. 3. Using the from import statement. An alternative approach is to use the from import statement. This allows you to import specific functions directly without needing to use the module name each time you call them. For example, Python from myfunctions import add numbers. Greet result equals add numbers 10. 2. Print result, but output 12 greeting else greet Bob, print greeting. Output hello Bob. Error. Important note about Jupyter Notebooks. Make sure that myfunctions.py is in the same directory as your Jupyter Notebook file, or specify the correct path if it's in a different location. You might need to adjust the path depending on your Jupyter Notebook's working directory. If you're working with a large project with many files and folders, it is best to use the correct relative or absolute path. Also, ensure that you've saved myfunctions.py before trying to import it into your Jupyter Notebook. Otherwise, you may encounter errors. 5. Handling potential errors. Python might throw errors like module not found error if it can't find the file, or name error if you try to call a function that doesn't exist within the imported module. Carefully review the spelling of the file name and the function names to resolve such issues. Check the path of the file and make sure the myfunctions.py file is actually in the correct location relative to your Jupyter Notebook file. If you have multiple files or subfolders, it is best practice to utilize the correct relative path for the import statement. Using relative paths makes your code more portable, especially if you intend to share it or move it between different computers. In the beginning, it might be easier to just keep all your .py files in the same folder as your .py notebooks. In summary, importing and calling functions from other files in Python using either import or from import is essential for well-structured code, enabling reusability and efficient management of larger projects within Jupyter Notebooks or any other Python environment. Remember to handle potential errors efficiently and to always ensure that the file you're trying to import actually exists in the appropriate location relative to your current script.